How's it going, guys and gals? This is Anthony, and today we're back at it with a new video. We'll be talking about the Clash in Paris predictions video. Obviously, it's gonna be tomorrow, August 31st. It says there's 7:30, which is in France time. It's gonna be at about 2 p.m. Puerto Rico time, and we're gonna have 6 matches on the show, where this is gonna be the final pay-per-view, the final premium live event, airing on Peacock in both the US and Puerto Rico, obviously internationally on Netflix. We have 6 matches on the card, which is kind of a preview of how many matches we're gonna have once the move to ESPN is effective on September 20th. So without further ado, let's jump right in. But before that, if you like this type of content, remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Kicking off the show, I think it's going to be Roman Reigns and Bronson Reed, the Tribal Chief versus the Tribal Thief, the Ula Fala versus the Shula Fala. Obviously, Bronson Reed has been stealing Roman Reigns Jordans over the past couple of weeks. Obviously, I think this is where we get the reveal of the Roman Reigns Jordan collaboration shoes, which I've been expecting for like almost a year now since they were announced. So I hope that is the reveal that he's gonna have on this show. I mean, this is a match where I could see both guys winning, and it would both be the correct decision. But the ending of the show determines which person wins here. And I think Roman Reigns is going to beat Bronson Reed in this match, because you're not going to have Bronson Reed tsunami Roman Reigns week after week after week after week, time after time after time after time, and then also having him lose. Right? So I think Roman Reigns wins and gets his payback against a third of the division. But since he's now going to go film Street Fighter, I may think that after the match, Bronson may get his hit back by beating down Roman Reigns as a way to write him off television, so he can go film Street Fighter. Next up, we have Nikki Bella challenging Becky Lynch for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. As we've seen, these two ladies have gone at it on the microphone. You know, Becky Lynch roasted her, Nikki Bella roasted her. We saw what happened in Birmingham, like that controversy with the Ozzy Osbourne line. Which, it's kind of weird because WWE always ask the families of the deceased before getting cheap heat like this. They get the okay from the family first, and they didn't ask the Osbourne family for it, which is super weird to me that is not the practice. In WWE, where under the old man, it was different. I mean, people are going to say, oh, this is going to be a horrible match. No, because you guys remember, Nikki Bella carried Ronda Rousey to a pretty decent match on the first Evolution show. That match was the main event. And I thought the match back then was pretty good. So I expect this to be decent. I think Becky should retain, because Becky is not losing this title until she puts over someone on the way up. Like, this is how the Becky Lynch heel turn is gonna end. Like, she always turns heel to put somebody younger over, and then she's gonna go back babyface. That is the Becky Lynch formula. We need you to turn heel to put this person over. That's it. and it's not gonna be Nikki Bella. Nikki's just here to pay the child support. So for me, Becky Lynch retains here. Although, if you wanna surprise everybody, Nikki winning the title could be cool. And also remember, this match was added last minute. This match was originally supposed to happen in WrestlePalooza, but because of Naomi's pregnancy, the Women's World Championship match got taken off the card, which that was announced on Monday with Adam Pearce practically reprimanded Stephanie Baker. Like, that was such a weird backstage segment on Monday night. I mean, Monday afternoon, right? On Monday afternoon Raw. It was so weird, but hey, they got the women's match on the card, so that's cool for them. This was announced last night on Friday Night SmackDown. Joe Gacy and Dexter Lumis will defend the WWE Tag Team Championships against the Street Profits. For years, we've been talking about, hey, what if the Street Profits split up? They should give the ball to Montez Ford and let him run with it. And, ever since losing the titles, they've been so frustrated because after 5 years, after 5 years of not holding the tag team titles, they got the titles and then they lose them. And you could see the frustration building in them. I mean, the way at 6 should not lose the tag team titles right now. I think this Gacy and Loomis should retain. And we get the Montez Ford heel turn. And he goes on a singles run. Like, this guy has been 2 years overdue for a singles run. Like, ever since that Elimination Chamber for the US title back in 2023, we've been needing Montez Ford singles run. People are salivating for it. They're begging for it. So I think this is how you give it to them. He goes heel, goes on a singles run. Bianca Belair comes back as a heel, and you make them a tandem on television because everybody knows they're married. Like, that's been acknowledged on television before. Remember when Bianca got called up to the main roster for a cup of coffee? She was like the manager of the Street Profits when she got called up for a couple of weeks on the road to WrestleMania 36. So you've already acknowledged it on television. Why not take it further, right? And here we have a Donnybrook match between Sheamus and Rusev. It's one victory apiece and one no contest. Sheamus versus Rusev 4 in a Donnybrook match. So this is a match for the Shillelagh is the main object to use. We haven't seen this type of match since like the SmackDown before SummerSlam 2022, which was Sheamus and Drew, which Drew won. So 3 years after not seeing this type of match, I think this is another match where I wouldn't mind who wins. These are two meaty men slapping meat. You know what I mean? Like, let them beat the hell out of each other because it's money. It's going to be great. But if I have to choose who needs the victory more, I think Rusev, because he's just come back a couple of months ago. Like, Sheamus' story is the IC title. He can recover by winning a number one contenders match or something like that. On the semi-main event, we have John Cena and Logan Paul. For me, this is the most predictable match on the show. John Cena has roasted Logan Paul in every single promo battle they've had. I like how yesterday on SmackDown, Cena apologized to the kid that he roasted on Belgium. and he said that he was having a bad day. So we're still in this type of loop where John Cena is trying to go full Man in Black. My heel turn never happened. My heel turn never happened. Type of shtick, because it was such a failure that they're just trying to like retcon every single thing possible about that heel turn. That is insane. Like how The Rock not showing up, and how, and this is just another factor as to why the WWE product has been lackluster since WrestleMania 41, is because this company put all the eggs in the basket of the John Cena heel turn as the hook on the road to SummerSlam, that they felt so miserable. It was a miserable failure. This will go down as a worse heel turn than Stone Cold Steve Austin in 2001. And Stone Cold in 2001, the ratings went down the drain. And I'm sorry, I'm going on a rant here, but it's the truth. The John Cena heel turn is a cautionary tale of why you never turn your top guy heel. That's why when people were begging 15 years ago, turn John Cena heel. You saw what happened with Austin. Vince McMahon Jr. didn't take a risk with Cena. And guess what? Vince McMahon Jr., as much of a monster on purpose he is, business-wise, he was right. That's why Cody should never turn heel. Never. But yeah, John Cena wins this match. Like, you cannot have John Cena lose on the road to WrestlePalooza where he's going to wrestle Brock Lesnar. Because if you have him lose here, are you going to make Brock lose on his return match? So you're going to have John Cena lose 2 pay-per-views in a row? Nah. I think John Cena wins here, and then after the match, Brock Lesnar appears and throws the challenge for WrestlePalooza, which I think is what Nick Aldis was trying to say, was trying to tell John Cena before Logan Paul knocked him out on the August 22nd episode of SmackDown. Remember where they had to reshoot the SmackDown ending because Logan Paul botched the punch? Oh my god, man, that was bad. So where they had to reshoot that ending. But hey, that's neither here nor there. And now it's time for the main event. Fatal 4-way for the World Heavyweight Championship. LA Knight, CM Punk, Jey Uso challenge Seth freaking Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship. The last couple of weeks, we've seen how Seth Rollins has been talking about a surprise. A surprise. What's going to be the surprise? A 4th member? Is he going to buy out a referee, just like the NWO did with Nick Patrick back in 1997? What's the surprise? So that's the hook in this match. Obviously, Seth Rollins is going to retain. Like, the question here is, who takes the pin? Because it's not going to be Punk. I don't think it's going to be Jey Uso, because I see, as I've been telling you for a couple of months now, Jey Uso is going to go heel on the after WrestleMania 42, and especially after the Raya Jackson Psychos 2 situation, which I haven't talked about that, but the Rikishi is in hot fire, so obviously Jey Uso has no chance of winning this match because of that stupidity, and he's not gonna take the pin. Or maybe because of the Rikishi situation, he may have heat and he may get Yeah, but you're not gonna pin Jay. I think the guy that's touched the ceiling as a babyface is LNI, and I think he should be the one eating the pin. But the question here is, we know as a shoot, LNI thinks that his stock is on John Cena level. We know that that's a shoot. He's an a-hole backstage. So maybe as a reality check, they have him. They have Seth pinning LNI, which I would too. You're not John Cena. It's going to be like another 20, 30 years before we have somebody on the level of a John Cena. I mean, that's already Cody Rhodes, right? So a John Cena, Cody Rhodes type of babyface, it's going to be a long time after. And besides, if you've watched LA Knight's work on the Indies and on TNA, besides his NWA run, he's always been a heel before going into WWE, because in NWA he was a babyface, but even on NXT he was a heel, and at the start of his main roster run he was a heel, but he got so over after the Bray Wyatt feud that they had no choice but to turn him. And I think that's gonna be the guy that's gonna eat the pin. Or maybe LA Knight is the fourth member. Because if you guys remember, the vision is kind of evolution. Seth Rollins is the present, he's Triple H. The future is Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker, so they need somebody from the past. So what if the fourth member is a legend? Because Paul Heyman represents the past of the business, but not necessarily, because you could have somebody be that fourth member and then Paul Heyman be on the JJ Dillon position in the Four Horsemen. You know what I mean? Like, you could still play something here. I think that Seth Rollins pins LA Knight with the help of the fourth member, because it's three baby faces. You're not gonna have a babyface hit his finish on another babyface and then get the victory stolen from them. I think also this is gonna be interference galore. I think Bronson Reed, Braun Breaker, Roman Reigns are gonna interfere in here. And also remember, they've been teasing like with the after Roman told Jay never trust CM Punk, so maybe Jay may cost CM Punk the match or something like that. But I think we're gonna have Seth winning here, and then have a feud between CM Punk and an LA Knight, which I know it's gonna be a pain in the ass for CM Punk to work with, because LA Knight is gonna think that he's on a John Cena level type of stock, and he's not. So it's like, oh my god, dude, like you're in for a reality check in a promo battle with CM Punk. So yeah, those are my predictions for WWE Clash in Paris tomorrow afternoon. The last PLE to air on Peacock before the move to ESPN. And as I always say, cherish beautiful moments with your families, create beautiful memories, because life's too short, but those memories last a lifetime. As always, this is Anthony signing off. Bye bye.